So meeting your favorite creators is actually pretty exciting. It feels like meeting an A-list celebrity, but the funny thing about it all is when you meet your favorite creators, you realize that they're people just like you. And there's a few things that I've learned over the past couple years since I started content creation and making videos here on YouTube and starting to meet the people that I've been watching on YouTube for so long is be a friend and not a fan. That sounds a bit strange because you are fans of their work, but a lot of times what's special about the internet is we're able to build these friendships with each other that feels a bit more special than just being a fan, say of like your favorite sports team or your favorite athlete. When you have the opportunity to meet people, you realize, oh, they're people just like you. They have everyday lives and they're trying to make this thing work, this world of creation work. So here's a few tips that has helped me over the years after I've started to meet some of my favorite creators. And the first one is being a friend and how important that is, like to take the time to really get to know them as a person. You know, on YouTube and on social media in general, we're able to learn so much about each other that we feel like we know the person already. And I take this as an example. When I was out in Portland and I got to see Danny Gevirtz's film, Itis. And then we chatted and we talked a little bit before and after the film. And after our conversation, before we went to go watch the film, it was funny. He was just like, do you want a picture or something? And for me personally, I was like, it just spaced on me because I just felt like I was catching up with like one of my homeboys, you know? And it's funny, like, it's good to document those moments, like to meet your favorite creators and having that time, because it's just funny how we can just get lost in the moment. But it's also, you really want to cheer your friends on and be there to support. So I thought that was funny when he asked did I want a picture. I'm like, oh, duh. And it was super cool. Like, my brother was with me and he was able to catch some of did a little behind the scenes video. Like, so I could just focus on talking with Danny and getting kind of talking about his film and stuff like that. So that was super cool. But also, like, a couple years ago, I was out in London. I got to meet my friends Bart and Sal, and met a new friend, Pace. We went to this creator event that was put on by Lewis, and that was cool. It was really cool. We got to take a picture. Got to meet all these got to meet these really cool creators, and just catching up with friends. Like, we built this what do they call it, parasocial? I don't even know what that word means, but you just get to build this relationship, and then when you finally meet your friends in person, you're like, oh snap, this is actually happening. And it's super cool, like making that time to meet your friends, the ones you talk to online. It's really good to take the time to meet each other in person. And randomly, I was in Chinatown with some friends getting some wafang, and I happened to meet Andy too and Jay Lin. Like, I've been watching for a lot of these creators that I've met recently, like met in the last year or two, I've been watching them since like 2017 or a little earlier than that, and you're just like, I know so much about them. I've watched them for so long. It's like, oh snap, they're like right there. It's just such a crazy feeling, which leads to the next point, is to enjoy the moment. A lot of times we really just want to, like, oh look, we're maybe taking a journal, making a video, making a vlog, like, oh look at who I met, da 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 da, but we forget, like, we're actually talking to people. So being in the moment is super nice. I like what Eric said, Eric Floberg. He said this before he went to film Danny and Anna's wedding.
We didn't have any footage of meeting Danny in real life. I always find it weird to like get footage of meeting internet friends in real life for the first time. It just doesn't feel genuine. I just feel awkward shoving a camera in people's faces. So
get used to each other, get comfortable, which is great. It's a great business practice, because if you walk up on set, say you're making a project, and you just go and start pulling out cameras and stuff like that, like, no one's gonna really feel comfortable, especially if they're not used to having cameras in front, like we are when we make videos on YouTube. It's good to take the time to get comfortable trying to figure out their mannerisms and things like that, because on the day you start shooting, it all makes sense as to how you can flow around and really capture their personalities and really shine that through your project. So it's really good to take the time just to enjoy the moment, because friendships are so cool, and what's nice is you don't always have to document everything unless that's your jam, but it's good to keep moments like that for yourself, because that's what it is. These are all special moments we get to have when we get to spend time with each other outside of this world of YouTube. And granted, we can share that with each other too, and that's always cool to have that document, that little diary entry of sharing time together. So it's also, so you just want to keep that in mind, just to enjoy the moment when we're able to meet our favorite creators, because that's a stepping stone to building a relationship further on, because you never know when you'll start seeing each other more at events and things like that. So you just want to take the time to actually enjoy the moment, because you can never experience something for the first time again. So it's always good just to kind of keep that for yourself and be there, enjoy it. Another thing is like having something to say. Like, it's funny, I had the same moment when I went to a creator event and I started introducing myself, meeting friends, meeting people, and they're like, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm just like, "Oh, well, I'm kind of like a jack of all trades. I kind of do this, do that, a little bit of that." And the funny thing is, a guy I was talking to was like, "Yeah, all of us are jack of all trades. Like, what do you do?" I'm like, "Oh." Oh, it was so strange for me to actually be in a room full of creators who all understand the process of having to create videos, having to market your own stuff. You become a graphic designer, everyone who understands your world. And I'm just like, oh, you get me. So for a hot minute, it took me a while to figure out, like, okay, I'm in the room. What do I want to say? And it's good to have that time, especially before you like blow up, because it's going to happen. We all put in our time here on social media, on YouTube. You put in your time and eventually things start to work out, but you want to have something to say. Remember your why. And that's something that I've been really trying to invest time into, figuring out what is my voice in this world of content creation, this world of creativity. Because outside, anyone who knows is in this world of content creation or YouTube, they get it. So it's nice to figure out what is. And for me, I just want to work on projects that touch my heart, that helps me connect with people. A lot of the projects I've done weddings, but it's usually for close friends that I know, being able to spend time and capture those moments together. I love sports, so I want to get back into sports documentation, hopefully making short films around athletes and trainers and everyone around the sports world. I want to get into that a bit more, but also I want to build a clothing line, build a business around the lifestyle of creativity. So having things that represent what it means to be a creator. So those are things I really want to work on, and keeping that in mind helps me to bring something to the conversation. Rather than if you ever showed up to a cookout and like you see a line of like 4 or 5 different types of potato salad or like 3 kinds of mac and cheese, and you're just like, all right, can somebody bring something different? You know, so that's always something you want to, while you have the time before things get super busy for you, take the time to figure out what you want to say, for sure. And so kind of wrap this all up, like, community is so important, and taking the time to treat your favorite creators like friends. You want to live in that moment and work on having something to say and contributing to the conversation. It's going to make this whole world of YouTube, this space of creating things, so much more enjoyable as you build your village. And when you remember, cool people support cool people. So remember that when you meet your favorite creators in the future. So it's your boy Groovy Foo. I'm going to catch you later. Peace.